Hello YouTube and happy Easter. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry that I haven't been making videos for a while. I've had the GAMSAT, which I finished recently, and other assessments and assignments for university. But now I'm into mid-semester break, I have a lot more time to make videos. However, during this period of doing the GAMSAT and other assessments, I found myself thinking a lot about patience and a lot about waiting. You see, I don't get my marks back for the GAMSAT until May, so I don't know what universities I can apply for graduate medicine till I get my marks back. And that's a long time to wait. That's around 2 months. I mean, I have assessments and friends and other things that will help distract me and keep my mind off waiting. But the fact remains that I'm still waiting. And as I was thinking about this, as I was thinking about patience and waiting, I found that I'm a pretty patient guy. I usually don't mind waiting for things. The only thing I really get impatient for is when I signed a time to meet with somebody and they're a bit late, or I'm a bit late, in which case I get worried. I don't like making people wait. But as I was thinking about this, I realized that there are a few ways to make yourself more patient or to help you come to terms with waiting. And I think the first one of these is, what are you waiting for? I mean, we wait for a lot of different things in our lives. I mean, I am currently waiting for my GAMSAT marks, and that is something that I can't influence. I can't influence how fast they're going to mark them, when the marks are going to come out, how they're going to come out. I can't influence any of that. I'm waiting for them. That's the thing that I'm waiting for, but I can't do anything about it. And if you can't do anything about what you're waiting for, then it becomes easier to let it go, because you can't influence it. It's out of your control. So there's no point worrying about it. You've done all you can do. You've done your best in the exam. You've done your best in the assignment. Now all you can do is wait. And I know that can be hard for some people to stop worrying about those things, but for myself, I find it easier if I know that I don't have any control over it, then I can just let it go from my mind more easily. However, if you're waiting for something that you have influence over, it becomes a lot more psychological. For example, if you like somebody and you are waiting until you know for sure whether they like you or whether they reciprocate your feelings, well, you can do something about that. You could just ask. You could find out, said the hypocrite. Because I have been in this situation many times, and I know the feeling of not wanting to ask someone for the fear of they may say no, or you might not like the answer, or you get into all these difficulties and your mind goes wild, but the waiting of trying to figure it out isn't helping. It's making you more anxious. It's making you more worried. And this may apply to other situations besides liking someone or being attracted to someone. Like, there's a lot of other situations where you could be waiting for something which you can actually do something about. So I think that distinction is important. Secondly, why are you waiting? I'm waiting for my GAMSAT marks because I can't apply for universities until I get them back. So I have a very good reason to wait. Again, this comes to the situation of, why are you waiting to ask that person out? Or why are you waiting to apply to that university? Why are you waiting? If you have a good reason to wait, I'm waiting for marks, it's not the right time, the situations aren't right, then yeah, you may have a good reason. However, these excuses can also be used to justify your reason for waiting when you don't really have a good reason at all. You could ask that person out tomorrow. The situations don't need to be right. You don't need to be in the right frame of mind. You can just go and do it. And yeah, it might turn out bad, but at least you know. Are you waiting for a good reason? Or are you just waiting because you're scared? Again, I've been in those situations. I know how it feels, but believe me, it's better putting your foot forward and just finding out. Finally, how are you waiting? If what you're waiting for can't be changed, if the reasons as to why you're waiting are good, then how are you waiting? Are you waiting with bated breath? Are you constantly worried about getting those marks back, about where you're going to go? Or are you just letting it pass? I mean, you can't do anything about it. How is your attitude of waiting? I've been in situations where I've been waiting for marks and I was anxious about them. I was worried about them because they were going to determine whether I got into honors or not. And I didn't. And I sat the GAMSAT. And my life, yeah, went in a different direction, but ultimately being anxious and worried for those marks did me no favors because I wasn't going to affect how they were coming out in any way. I wasn't waiting with the right frame of mind. Now that I'm waiting for my GAMSAT marks, I'm not worried about it. Whatever they will be, they will be. There's nothing I can do to change it. I'm waiting for them for a good reason. I might as just, well, let the passage of time bring me to my marks instead of worrying about it and just making myself more anxious. I hope those 3 points that I've been thinking about for a while have helped you in any time or any place where you need to be patient. I hope that you have an amazing Easter, that your week is wonderful. You'll see me next week, and don't forget to be awesome.